Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Xochitl. If you are new here, do not forget to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with some more reviews, demos, tutorials, and more here on my channel, especially a lot of affordable products. And as I mentioned in my last video, was it the video before that? One of the videos that I recently just did, I went to Walmart, and it's always an exciting trip to Walmart when I go because I don't get to go that often. It's a little bit out of the way. It's not like, oh, I'm just walking by and I passed a Walmart type of a deal. So I took advantage, and I felt like the Walmart I went to, there's definitely a lot of products that were missing that I was looking forward to, but I love that they actually had hard candy, which I love because other than Walmart, that's really the only place nearby me where I can find hard candy. So I picked up two products. One of their eyeshadow palettes. This is the Earthy Vixen eyeshadow palettes. Let me open it up. First of all, let me mention how I like that. It's not like just like a snap open. It's kind of like a cute little button there that you can open it up with. Definitely a colorful palette. And this is my first hard candy eyeshadow palette that I've personally tried. I haven't tried any of their eyeshadows at all. This is only $10. So I wanted to see how it was going to perform. And this is the eyeshadow look that I did today. The other product is their Glamoflage Full Coverage Foundation 16-hour wear. I believe they had a Glamoflage foundation before. I know they had the Glamoflage concealer. This one says new. Let me know if it's new for sure. I don't know if it's like a new formula, new packaging. This one was only $6, and it comes in about like 18 different shades, at least on their website. And this one has a doe foot applicator, which I thought was a really great, really fun. I picked up mine. Let me see if it has the shade on there. Number 1507. Not sure. Oh, natural. Number 1507 natural, which when applying it on my face, it's like, oh, this actually looks really, really close to my skin tone. And I feel like maybe it could be maybe a little bit dark. I'm not sure. It looks like it, no, maybe a tad dark. Probably when I get a little bit tan, it might work even better. But I definitely went in with a lighter concealer to try to fix that up a bit. But I think we can still kind of pull it off here. So I actually kind of want to do a wear test throughout the day and see how these two products wear on me. Maybe I'll upload like a full-on tutorial thing either on Instagram or here on my channel if you just want to see like a quick thing of what other products I use on my face. Definitely like this video or comment down below to let me know so I can upload that next. But for today, just want to talk about how the products went on so far. So let's just talk about the eyeshadow palette. So the eyeshadow palette for $10 comes with 15 different shades, and I gotta say I didn't expect much from this eyeshadow palette because I was like, I don't know, I've never tried. I didn't know what to expect from this eyeshadow palette, but usually when it's on the lower end I was like, will it perform, you know, that well, especially matte shades? And I gotta say I'm pretty impressed. If anything, with the matte shades, I was surprised how well these affordable matte shades performed. I think the pigmentation was great, and so was the blendability of these matte shades. The shades where I was just kind of like, I was almost disappointed with were the more like shimmery, like sparkly shimmer shades, because we have two sparkly shimmer shades like this orange right here and the yellow, and then we have more of kind of like a shimmery sheen type of shade like this pink one and like these bronzy ones and this purple one. So there's kind of different formulas almost, and I first tried to go in, you know, I was like, oh, let's mix it up. Let me lay on the matte shade on the bottom in case there's not as much pigmentation on the super shimmery shades. You know, we can at least get that like as a nice base and transform that color. So when I went on top with like the orange shade, I was just kind of like, there's not much color payoff. And I even went in with a little bit of like my Max Fix Plus to kind of boost it up a bit, and I just felt like the color just kind of didn't sit on top. It would brush off right away, almost flaked off, and if anything, just honestly, you know, created so much fallout on my face. So I was like, okay, that orange one, not liking it. So I was like, let's try maybe adding a little bit of the super shimmery yellow on top in the middle somewhere. Same thing, I feel like it just would not stay put, and I was just kind of like, should I leave it like this? It's like, no, I can't take a great Instagram picture with this. Like, this is not working for me. So I was like, you know what, let's start from the drawing board, almost halfway through. Let's wipe off that lid. Let's try to kind of define that or carve out that lid with some concealer. And instead I went on top with this almost type of, let's see, ooh, they have names actually. It's underneath the shade Hunt. So the first two shades I was talking about was Blossom and Sunkissed. Those are the super shimmery shades that didn't work for me. But the shade Hunt, when I added that on my lid, I was like, much better. It wasn't like an impressive shimmer where it was like a glitter or anything, but it was like a nice shimmer with a sheen. So it wasn't like boom, pop in your face type of shimmer, but I liked it. I was like, we can work with this. Had I gone in with that shade first, I'd been like, okay, this palette's pretty good. I think there's just a difference in the formulas here. I feel like those are the only two, the shade Blossom and Sunkissed though, I feel like those are the only two kind of formula-wise, those shades, I feel like they didn't work. What I feel like could work is if maybe I went in with glitter glue on top and then I pressed those shades on, then I think that's the best way to use those. So I'm just like, you know what, this can still work, and I'm definitely interested in seeing how that will work with maybe I add in maybe something like this bronzy like golden touch as like a base, and then I add a little bit of glitter glue if I want, and I can go in on top with Sunkissed. I think that's how they'll work best. So if you feel like you bought this, you're like, those shades don't work for me, I think that's what you can do. So with that, I'm just like, okay, I like the look that I created overall. I was like, okay, we fixed this. I think the shades that I was trying to use didn't work, but the shades that I did end up using I think look really, really nice. A little kind of like reddish pink going on here for the springtime. And I gotta say, I really like those mattes. I like the way that they blend out. I like the way that the pigmentation goes on. So if anything, we're just gonna see how this lasts throughout the day. The next product that I want to mention that I'm going to be testing today is the Glamoflage Full Cover Foundation. And I've never tried, I don't think I've tried a Hard Candy. Maybe if they had this before, I feel like I kind of have, and I wasn't impressed. That's how much I don't remember. But I was like, okay, let's see, $6 for this foundation, full coverage. I wasn't sure what type of a finish it was going to be. And I was just trying to see online right now, does it say? It doesn't say what type of a finish, but it does say oil free. So I was just kind of like, is this gonna be more on the matte side? But so far, applying it, I was very impressed as to how much I liked this foundation. The way it went on, and then the way it's just looking at my face right now, like for $6, let's talk about it. So on one side of my face, I went on with a Morphe sponge, as I would usually do, especially for foundations where I don't know, is this going to be a dewy, is it, you know, that's usually my personal go-to. I do have dry skin, for those of you who are not aware and are new here. You know, make sure to hit that subscribe button, especially if you love foundation reviews. I do too. So I went in with my Morphe sponge and it blended out flawlessly, easily, like they said. I was like, okay. And it felt full coverage, but not like a, ooh, oh my gosh, my skin just looks so fake. Full coverage, it looks like paint, but I only went in with one layer. That's full coverage, as you know, I love full coverage, and the fact that I only needed one layer of this foundation, that's full coverage, yes. With a sponge, I was satisfied with that. The other side of my face, I went in with one of my favorites, which is the Wet n Wild. This is their, not stippling, this is their flat top foundation brush, because it's more compact. It's really gonna pack on that product. And I loved it with the foundation brush as well for my dry skin. Usually dry skin, I tend to reach for the sponge, but I really like the way it went on with the foundation brush. I feel like both sides look great. And once again, just a one layer of the foundation, maybe just a little bit more coverage with the brush. So if you love full coverage, I think you're gonna love this. I only need one layer. I think if anything, maybe you might just have to dot on any areas if you might have any more redness or issues around there, if that. But one layer was pretty freaking great, and I just loved, one, how it feels on my skin. It does not feel heavy, and just the way as I was doing the rest of my makeup, I hadn't even set my face. A lot of the times I don't know until like I set my face with like some Max Fix Plus, because I feel like it needs that hydration. I was loving how it was sitting around my cheek areas, around my forehead, how it blended with my e.l.f. Camo Concealer, because that I feel like makes a difference too with your foundation, how it blends and meshes with your concealer, your primers, everything else. I went on with my favorites, L'Oreal Infallible Glow Lock Primer. For those of you who are curious, this is my go-to for dry skin, and so far, I'm really liking the way this is sitting on my face, on my cheeks. It looks beautiful. I did not set my face with the powder, which I feel like is just something I'm not doing recently. I just like the way that it's, you know, I don't need all that extra powder, but it's looking good on my forehead. Like, wow. Wow, like I am loving looking at my face right now. Oh, so far, I don't want to get my hopes up. So far, like this, oh my god, I'm so impressed. It feels like a soft matte, but like a soft matte for dry skin. You know, sometimes when they advertise those foundations as soft matte and then your dry skin, you're like, this is bullshit. This is not soft matte. This feels good. If you're oily skin, I would definitely suggest maybe setting it with the powder. And it's really like, this just looks like a really beautiful natural full coverage foundation. Like, I'm loving it. So what we're gonna do is wear it throughout the day, and we're going to do some check-ins for you. It is now, it's kind of late in the day, but I was watching The Voice. I started watching it on Hulu, and oh my, John Legend is on it. I love it. So I'm a little bit delayed. So I just finished my makeup. It is 3:46 p.m. Don't worry, we'll keep this on. It's Saturday. I got nothing else to do. Gonna run some errands, do some check-ins, and let you guys know how this eyeshadow and this foundation is wearing throughout the day. So I'll see you guys soon. Hey guys, so it is now 6:54, almost 3 hours later, or over 3 hours later. So I'm gonna do my 3-hour check-in, and let us see. The eyeshadow is still looking good, holding up, no issues there, especially like on my lid. Nothing's creasing or anything, so because I know my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot always works really well. So if it would, it'd be like, that's the eyeshadow. Now for the foundation, this foundation is still looking good. Like, oh my god. Like, the fact that my forehead does not look dry, like my T-zone, my nose, the fact that my nose does not look dry. I mean, the weather's getting better. We did have 60-degree weather. However, today it's like 30, mid-30s. It hasn't reached the 40s yet here in Chicago. But my forehead looks good. And for the fact that this is like a natural finish, something that's more of a satin, a soft matte, for it to look good, I'm liking that. The areas around my cheeks still look good. I will say maybe around here, I can probably maybe see that kind of drying up later, but it's still looking pretty good. Just like the little inner part of my nose, which the fact that my nose has been really dry lately, I had to put like my special, like, what do you call it? It's like a lotion, like prescribed one, my special one. It's like for, because I get random like nose dandruff. It's weird. The fact that I did that and it's still like holding up, especially like on the tip of my nose, on the tip. Maybe just here, but that's still really good for someone who has dry skin overall. Like, I love this finish so much. Like, I'm so excited. Like, it's gonna look even better. It's gonna look like perfection when we stay at like that 60-degree weather. I am so excited. Like, wow, I am really liking this. So definitely looking forward to wearing this a little bit longer, but so far so good. And I feel like the fact that it's not looking cakey, because that's one of the claims they make, it really has to do with the fact that I only use one layer, and I feel like it's all I needed to get this full coverage look. I feel like maybe if I would have used 2 layers, I probably would have gotten really cakey around here. But even like my smile lines still look good. Like, I haven't touched up or anything. So 3 hours going strong. Hey guys, so it's now about 12:09 a.m. way past my bedtime. It's been about over 8 hours since I've had this foundation on my face, and just for my final check-in, I still really like how it looks. Like, it just kind of like warmed up to the skin even more as the day kind of went on. So I just really like how it doesn't look like it's like sitting on my face, or it's not like super dry. Like, my forehead still looks good. Is maybe this is the point where it's maybe ever so slightly, this is the point where maybe it might start to maybe fade off my nose, and I thought it was a little bit starting to just tiny. I feel like maybe around that 10-11 hour mark it'll probably fade off even more, but overall I still look hydrated. I don't look dry. I like how it looks around this area. I feel like I've been noticing a lot recently. Some foundations, that's become a more noticeable area for me, where I started checking nows around my pores, where depending on the foundation, if it's maybe a little bit too greasy or hydrating, just the way that it sits on that area, you can really see my pores. But this one looks really nice and smooth. Overall though, I think I like how that looks. And the eyeshadow is still there, still looking good. The lid, the crease, everything. I think for $10, this eyeshadow palettes, I might suggest it. Like if you buy it, I think you're good, but I think there's other $10 eyeshadow palettes that I prefer more. Specifically for me, what feels worth it for $10 for sure, it's like you need to get this palette, like you need this palette in your life for $10, is the Profusion. Their Pro palettes, 20 shadows for $10. While this one I think is good, if you have access to it, if you want to pick it up, I would definitely say yeah, go for it. But do you need it? Not so much. I like it, I don't love it. I'm not obsessed with it for $10. I think they did okay. However, I was so impressed by this foundation so much. I believe, so I was looking up a little bit more, and I think this Glamoflage full coverage foundation, I'm pretty sure Hard Candy already had this, but I guess this is like a reformulated version of it, and this for $6 you need to check out. I think this is great for every skin type. If you have oily skin, set it with the powder. Dry skin, no need. It almost feels like it self-sets. It doesn't feel tacky. It doesn't feel sticky or anything. And normal skin, do whatever you want as per usual. But, love this. If anything, maybe I might see if the next shade down is a little bit better for my skin tone. I don't know, hopefully I'll get tan soon, but maybe I'll just buy the next shade down for now and then keep this one for the winter time, because it's like two of them, it's still only $12. But yeah, this one is the shade Natural, which I think works, but maybe I feel like I can definitely, you know, go shade down and have that perfect match, and I am so impressed. So if you go to Walmart, this you need for $6. Come on, you're saving so much more money at Walmart. Anyways, I might as well get this foundation as well. I think they did a great, I am impressed. I didn't know what to expect. If anything, I thought it was going to be really matte, really drying on my dry skin specifically. I was just like, I don't know about the formula whatsoever. Is it going to go on like easily? Is it going to be like really, I don't know why. I thought it was going to be really like thick and just really hard to work with. I love everything about this foundation so much, and it is, and this is saying a lot given that it's like still at 30 degree, less than 40 degree weather here in Chicago, and it's looking great on my skin. So I cannot wait for the spring and summertime. Like, oh my gosh. And this is the first time where a full coverage foundation, I've just used like one layer and I was satisfied. So I'm going to be saving a lot of money, even more money too, because I don't need to go on with 2 layers. So yes, highly impressed. You need this in your life. You know it's late at night because this is like my late night kind of sweater. I'm so cold and tired. I'm ready to wash off on my makeup. But thank you guys so much for watching. I didn't even retouch my lipstick, but let's see. Let's check in on how the lipstick's doing. It still looks alright, intact. Like from here, this, you know, situation we got here, I had a burger, I had a lot of Flamin' Hot Doritos, lots of waters, soda, so still hung on for dear life a little bit. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel so you can keep up with some more videos, and let me know if there are some other hard candy products that are new that are coming out that you guys are interested in for the next time that I go to Walmart and or any other drugstore products. I hope you guys are also enjoying the Chit Chat Get Ready with me videos. I've been getting a lot of great comments on those, so don't forget to like those videos and this video, every single video. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.